Hello and welcome everybody to the Fast Track to Fearless 3-day challenge from shrinking to supercharge self-belief and self-confidence. So I'm so delighted to welcome you aboard. This is going to be fast because it's not called fast track for nothing. I know you want really effective formulas that you can put into place straight away. So I am not going to hang around. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Tracy Forsyth, and I'm the founder of Fast Track to Fearless. It's an academy for career confidence. I am wanting to empower you talented individuals and help you break free from any chains that you might be bound by in terms of self-doubt and lack of self-belief and any kind of limitations, because I want you to become fearless about who you are, what you want, and understand how to get it. I think there's too much talent going to waste because of things like imposter syndrome. Too much potential is going untapped, and it is my mission to really help you break free from those chains and go forth and conquer. So without further ado, we are going to do my first formula. So I'm going to share a little deck that I prepared earlier. Fingers crossed this works. Here we go. Bear with me. There we go. All right. So this is one of my very, very most favorite statues. She's called Fearless Girl, and she resides in Wall Street opposite the big bear that is bearing down on her. And she came to visit the UK a few years ago, 3 years ago, when I was just starting becoming the mentoring producer at Women in Film and Television. And it coincided with her arrival in London, coincided with International Women's Day. And I have loved that image. And that's how I want you to feel. Hands on your hips, staring boldly into the future, feeling fearless. So the first formula, let's get going. Hang on, where is my deck? Sorry, guys. Where are we? There we go. My first formula is to take you from self-critical to self-belief. And one of the things that I noticed through life is that we self-critical overachievers tend to describe ourselves in less than flattering ways compared to how other people describe us. Am I right? Am I right? So when you think about how you describe yourself or how you think yourself, do you know whether it's the same as how other people see you or not? Have you ever asked them for feedback? And I ask you that because I think we wander around with this sometimes very negative image in our head about how we come across and how we impact others. And we generally walk around being very self-critical and berating ourselves when we get things wrong and looking at ourselves in a glass half empty point of view rather than half full. And other people look at us in a very, very different way. And I really discovered this when I started to set up my own company and become a professional coach, mentor. And I think I would have described myself on my website as experienced and senior and creative and words like that. And it was only when I started to ask people for testimonials and feedback, so from my clients and things, that I got the most incredible feedback. So I'd get people saying, oh, life and game changing, an empowering force, revelatory and transformative. Now, I would never, ever have described myself as that. I would never have thought of myself as that. But the fact that other people called me that based on their experience with me made me think again. So here I was, on one hand, describing myself in quite mundane terms, and here were these other people describing me as this life and game-changing, empowering force. So I started to think to myself, well, what is the truth? Is it my vision of myself, or is it other people's vision? So I want to ask you the same question. What's the truth? Is it the way other people see us? If we are an inspirational figure, if we're seen as a strong leader, or is it our version of us where we're thinking, oh, well, I could have done better on this, that, and the other? Well, I think what really, really helps is to see yourself through the eyes of other people. And in terms of your developing your self-belief and your self-confidence and developing that inner belief, using the words that other people describe you and affirming them to yourself and really owning them rather than batting them away really helps develop your inner self-belief. So this is the exercise. I would love you to take out your phones and I want you to text at least 10 people in your WhatsApp, Messenger, or Messages list. So it can be friends, it can be colleagues, it can be your family, whatever. I want you to text them. And I think my Dima, my right-hand woman, is going to cut and paste this into the chat so it makes it even easier. All you need to do is cut and paste and put it into your messages. There it is. Thank you, Dima. So this is it. Hi there. I'm taking part in the Fast Track to Fearless 3-day self-belief challenge. I've got to ask 10 people how they would describe me in 3 words. What are your words for me? Thank you. And then PS, if I win a prize, because there will be prizes, I'll share it with you. Okay, so everybody, I want you to cut and paste and text that to at least 10 people in your network and wait for those responses to come back. Okay, so simple. Now then, when they come back, I want you to look at what's written about you and let it sink in. Do not do the typical thing that self-critical overachievers do, which is to bat away compliments, to go, no, I'm not. Oh, that's ridiculous. Or just deny yourself those compliments or what those other people think about you. So really let it sink in and just see how different it is from how you describe yourself to yourself. So next, I want you to choose the top 3 words that really resonate with you the most, the things that make you really proud, and then get in front of the mirror and say them out loud. So this is called the I Am Challenge. So what I want you to do is stand in front of the mirror and go, I am, and then your 3 favorite words. So repeat it until it trips off your tongue and that you really, really feel like you own it. So say it loud and proud. I am whatever it is. Strong, talented, inspirational, whatever it is, say it out loud and get your mouth and your tongue used to saying it. Say it with a smile. Say it, doing this, doing a strong pose. And then for your chance to win a prize, I'm going to reveal what the prize is. What I want you to do is film yourself saying it on your smartphone and post it to the Fast Track to Fearless Facebook page, where you may be watching this now. If you're on LinkedIn, then just head over to Facebook, Fast Track to Fearless, and post it there with the hashtag F2F DAY1. I'm going to show those instructions at the end, but moving on, the prize for one lucky winner, maybe 2, depends how good they are, is this, a big box of chocolates from my favorite Hotel Chocolat. And that is not sponsored, by the way. They're just, that's not an ad. I mean, I love Hotel Chocolat. So I'm hoping you love too. So if you do that, we're going to pick 1 or 2 winners and they will win a lovely chocolate box prize from Hotel Chocolat. Now then, just to prove to you that this technique works, I want to introduce a very special guest. Let me work this out. Where is my mouse gone? This is Sally Smith. She is a multi-camera TV director, hugely experienced. And she was one of the women and film and television mentees from 2019 when I first started doing it. And we did this exercise on our graduation day. And I put these pieces of paper around the room and asked all the other mentees, there were about 20 mentees, to write down an adjective, a description word word of what they thought of each other. And so here, Sally has kept her piece of paper, and this was her list. So, so welcome, Sally. Can you talk us through your experience of doing the I am exercise?
Yes, hello everybody. And yes, I have kept my piece of paper because it was such an important exercise and something you really do go back to when you forget or you're feeling a bit negative or you need a bit of strength. You think, oh, let me get that piece of paper out and remind myself what nice people said. Because I think quite often um, I was in a bit of a man's world of sporting television and experienced quite a bit of negativity, and having compliments like this from people you trust and know are nice and you believe what they say is so important to battle back some of those other negativities you get. Also, I think if I, like you said, Tracy, if you describe yourself, you can focus on negatives. And I think when I would describe myself, I would focus on physical things like, oh, I'm tall, um, oh, I'm too fat, I'm northern, all these things, and actually, there's zero physical things on that, and it made me think it's almost like a bit of what you really like is the footprint you leave behind with people, rather than what they just see there. It's almost what you leave behind as well, like your legacy with people. Um, so that is really important to remember, and it does remind you that there are nice people there. You're nice, and actually, when I look at some of these things like honest and genuine, I do know I'm those things, but I wouldn't pull them out to the fore. And actually, that's some of these are at the core of what I am. And then since then, people have said that to me in my working life. Oh, you're great. You're a really honest director. You're genuine. You're warm to people. You're encouraging. You're not shouty or anything like that. And I go, oh, yeah, I know I am. And other people have said that. And that's really good. They're good things. Um, they're good values. And I'm happy with those values that are there as well. They fit with me. And that also makes you think, oh, they are about me. I would say I'm honest. I would say I'm genuine. So yeah, it has really helped me, and I have kept it as you've seen.
It's brilliant. It's so good to hear that, because Sally only agreed to come on today, and so the fact that because she only heard about it today, and the fact that she's kept that piece of paper makes me think it really does work. And the words there, when I look at it, it's like fearless, experienced, warm, and these are words that also I think you can use in your profile. When you talk about on your CV, when you talk about yourself in your pitch to other people. And I think the point is that it's just to reiterate is that you wouldn't necessarily call yourself that. So would you have called yourself fearless before somebody else did?
No, I probably wouldn't have said any of those really. I
Yeah,
might have said funny. I don't know. People might have said that before, but
yeah,
it, it's almost they are right, but I wouldn't have said them.
yeah.
Yeah, I would have said tall, northern, things like
What?
things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hardworking, conscientious things. But actually,
Yes,
these these drill down a bit more. Like I was saying, that the footprint, the legacy of you leave behind when you meet somebody.
yes.
I think these drill down a lot more. These are better than the words I would have used.
And to answer the question that I raise, which I've often pondered, is which is the truth, the version we see of ourselves, or the version that, in this case, it was like 19 other women. What's your view on that, Sally?
That's difficult, isn't it? Because I only see the world from inside me, from this side of my eyes. But even if it is different, I think you have to embrace how you come across to other people, even if it is different, and maybe just accept it's different,
Yeah,
even if you don't feel like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
And
looking at the list, I do feel like a lot of those things, but I
yeah,
wouldn't admit it.
yes. And I think also other people can articulate a description of you that you might not have articulated, you know,
Yeah.
and just having that vision, seeing yourself through other people's eyes, I believe it just allows you to if you don't already feel like that, to sort of grow into that and go, like you've said, yes, that's right, that's who I am.
Yeah. And also, I think there's an element of uh, what you're giving out. So I hope I'm honest. I hope I'm warm. I hope I'm all these things to people. But you don't really know how it's landing and whether you've been successful in coming across warm to somebody. But if somebody's written there that they've felt that it's landed properly. So we don't have the. I look from this side of my eyes. You look from that side of my eyes, but then you also get what's landing on you, and that's your experience of me. So
Yeah.
only other people can tell you their experience, whatever your intention.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
telling you how it's landed, aren't they?
Yeah. And I normally find with, you know, what I call self-critical overachievers that the other person's view is always, you know, much more positive and you know, whatever, stronger and just a wonderful image. So it's really just really to underline that actually what you feel inside is not always what I think is reality, certainly other people's realities. All
No,
right.
and it's understanding everybody feels a bit like that as well.
Everybody feels like that. Yeah, everybody feels like that. Okay, well, thank you so much, Sally. I'm going to remove you from the studio in a nice way. I really
Good
appreciate
luck,
you
everyone. You'll be
so
amazing.
elegantly. Okay, and then we are going to go back. So I hope that is. Let me just find my slides. Yeah. So just to repeat, this is the exercise. This is the formula for today. It's the I am exercise. So take your phone out, text the 10 people or 10 people in your list, your WhatsApp messenger or messages list. Copy and paste this if you like, and you can adapt it as you like, but really ask 10 people how they would describe you in 3 words. And once you've got those back, look at what's written, let it sink in, don't bat it away, let it sink in and choose the top 3. Get in front of the mirror, say it out loud, repeat it, I am, and then the 3 words, and then repeat it until it trips off your tongue. And then for your chance to win a wonderful box of chocolates, film yourself saying it and post it to the Fast Track to Fearless Facebook page, which with the hashtag F to F DAY1. And really, the reason I'm doing that is not to encourage you to win a box of chocolates, but the more you say it out loud and get used to saying it, the deeper it goes in here. All right. Any comments or any questions, put them in the chat. And I just want to say, I'm going to be check it for day 2. It's 7:00 here, UK time tomorrow, where we are. The exercise tomorrow is to meet and defeat your inner critic. And we are going to meet the lady who has drawn this. That's just a little clue. Meeting and defeating your inner critic. All right, so I'm going to be checking in tomorrow or tonight on the Fast Track to Fearless Facebook page for your videos. And if you really prefer not to do a video, you can just type it in, just post it there. So any questions, let us know. But that is it for today's Fast Track to Fearless challenge. So off you go, and then join me here tomorrow to meet and defeat your inner critic. All right, take care. Bye.